This could look really bad, by the way. Is the perfect pre-meal. Absolutely unbelievable equipment in here. We'll be doing a big man weekend in Spain. To show you what we look like post-workout with a pump. Welcome back to the channel. This has been the first time since I made a proper video on YouTube in ages, absolutely ages. But this is something that I definitely wanted to document. We're going to tell you about it in a minute. It's something I wanted to bring to you guys in the best quality possible, the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, whatever, the whole thing involved into one. So plan is, I'm going to be getting ready for a show in 8 weeks. We're going to be documenting the whole thing. I've got the boys with me. We're going to be bringing you through the whole journey. We're going to be showing you the sessions that we're doing, the cardio, the food, the struggling, just getting absolutely fucking shredded, peeled, thick skin shredded, and you're going to enjoy it. So today we're just going to run you through how I'm looking, exactly where I'm at, and just give you a little bit of a start point and where my physique's at and what things are currently looking like. I've just come off the back end of a growing phase. I've not really done much on YouTube for a while. Anyone that knows me obviously knows last year I was only 1 point away from potentially winning my pro card. So I did a couple of pro shows and it couldn't really have been closer. This time I feel like it's the one, it's the time when we can actually do this. So I've got a good team behind me, I'm in a good spot, I'm working with a great coach, Nath. You'll get to see him on the channel as well. So I thought we need to invest in getting this documented and we need to showcase this in the best way possible. So that's the plan. 8 weeks from today we'll be doing the first show, which is the Hard Body Classic, the Two Bros ifbb Hard Body Classic. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll be doing the big man weekend in Spain. So flying out for that for pro qualifier. And that'll be the first chance at getting the pro card. So we'll be able to see it if we can do basically what we need to do in a very short space of time. This is going to be fun. I like a challenge though. So I'm just about to make my pre-meal because we've got the boys around. I've already had 2 meals. We'll take you through a full day of eating at some point. We're going to save all this for another video so we can kind of show you everything. But today we're going to take you through a back and delts workout with Kenny, Big Kenny, who's also in prep. I'm going to show you what we're looking like in the gym and I'm going to make my pre-meal in a minute. But first, before we do that, I will do a physique update. I'll do a raw physique update with no pump, no special lighting, just what I look like in the shittest form at the start of prep, which is fine. This could look really bad, by the way. We'll just do a couple of poses. We'll have a look what I'm looking at. So I'm sitting at 107 kilo at the minute, and I currently have 7 kilo to lose to make weight. So my weight cap is 100 kilo on stage. If I can strip down below that, absolutely no problem. So this is where we're at. Outside chest. No pump. I wish I had a pump, it would look better. Show you my back, show you the back, show you the glutes. Glutes need a lot to come off yet, but we'll get there. So yeah, we're getting there, Done. Got a little bit to come off here. I'm holding a lot on my back here, I'm holding quite a lot on my legs. So 7 kilo to come off, and we have 8 weeks on Sunday. See if we can do it. See what we look like as well when we get that 7 kilo off. Should be a lot different to now. I'm very much looking forward to it, especially with the work that we've been putting in through the off season and stuff with Nath. We've put a lot of tissue on since last year, so it's going to be good to showcase that and see the improvements on stage. I didn't take my hat off. 2 days from the, well, 3 days. 2 days from the PCA, first time in Showing Hall. I've got 2 clients in it, which are 2 days out, and they are diced and peeled and look mint. So we're going to show you them today, because why the hell not? They're there in the gym and they're 2 people that are absolutely shredded. Who wouldn't want to see that? So anyway, pre-workout meal. We will, like I say, do a full day of eating with you at some point to show you all of my current meals. I'm on about 3,200 calories a day on a training day. We did just implement the special sauce at the start of the week. We re-put that in, so I should start to fill out over the next 2 weeks and get bigger and more vascular as things start to take effect. As you all know, I am not natural. I will not try and lie about that. But we're not going to delve into any of that on here. What I will say is, if anyone does have me on Instagram and you want any advice or you want any direction on that kind of thing, message me, and there are some fantastic educational pages I can send you to for actual advice rather than just taking it off a YouTube channel. So meal is 100 gram of cream rice. To make that, put your boiling water in first, guys. Boiling water first and then cream of rice. If you put the cream of rice in first, you're an idiot. Don't do that. It makes it taste clumpy and rubbish. I'm on gingerbread at the minute, it's quite nice. You'll smell this in a minute, it'll smell really good. If you like gingerbread anyway. 100 grams. The reason I'm still just sticking to cream of rice, and I've pretty much always stuck to cream of rice pre-workout, is because it digests super easy. When you're looking for a pre-workout meal, you want something that is going to sit extremely well on your stomach. It's not going to take long to digest, and you're not looking for absolutely tons of food. What you've got to think about is that if you've just got a training session coming up soon, if you've still got your body sending blood to the stomach to digest food, then it can't send blood around to the appropriate body parts for training. So make sure that you're eating far enough away from training. Make sure you're eating something that digests well, and obviously something that's a good source of carbohydrates, cream of rice, good source of protein, whey, and then I like to have some micronutrients, banana, and it's also got some potassium in it, and then some dark chocolate for fats. As we know, dark chocolate, it's got fats in it. Fats slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, so the idea behind that is when we're obviously eating our pre-workout meal and we're having this soon or quite a way before, what that's going to mean is that it's going to take longer for this to go through our system. So essentially speaking, you might just feel a little bit fuller for longer and get a little bit more out of it during your session as it goes on. So that is why we pair it with fats. Now the way I do my cream of rice is mix it first and I microwave it for like 30 seconds and it goes thicker. Because when you're in prep, if you've got low food or you're starting to feel hungry, try and make your meals thicker, bulkier, more volume. Cream rice is a good way of doing that as well. And then we make whey paste. I'm on this at the minute, it's a new flavour. It's actually really good. It tastes exactly like popcorn. I don't know how that's possible, but you imagine like like sweet and salty cinema popcorn. It tastes identical to that, literally identical. Class that, innit? Which is also good for if you're someone with a sweet tooth, because like, I'll tell you what, my sweet tooth is absolutely crazy. It just looks like slop. Tastes nice though. We do 2 squares of dark chocolate in that, which is 20 grams. We do 100 grams of banana in there as well. This might not actually be 100 grams, it might be less, but I'm not getting enough banana. 63 grams of banana. What fucking banana is that? That's the smallest banana I've ever seen in my life. Is that not the smallest banana you've ever seen? What is that? Cut him, bro. And then whey paste. Everyone knows how to do this now. There's that many videos on Instagram and YouTube now on how to make cream of rice and whey. It's ridiculous. So you just get your whey, mix it with a little bit of water. I've mixed mine with too much water, like every time. And it's not meant to look like this. It's meant to look really thick and not runny. But mine's gone terribly wrong. Oh well. Pour that over the top. And this is what I eat pre-training every day. I'll get that out. Banging that. And then salt, which everyone thinks is weird, but you need to salt every meal. As bodybuilders, we need sodium. Sodium is responsible for the transportation of nutrients, and especially if you want a really good pump in the gym, which we obviously do, then you need salt. Pink salt, and lots on it. More salt, more pumps. There's a trick for you. Done. And that, for me, is the perfect pre-meal. I mean, it's not because I made it wrong, but it would be if I made it correctly, and it will taste fantastic. Taste testing, yeah. Unreal, mate. 10 out of 10. But to be fair, obviously now my food will only go down.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Last year, I think at the dog ends of prep, we was running some of the amounts I was eating. It was absolutely like minimal food.
How low can your calories go?
Last year I was on about 1400 for a couple of weeks.
Shit.
I believe.
And then the day
in between feeds though.
Yeah. And then the day before, you do a bit of a refeed. Yeah.
We build up to it, so.
Okay.
The idea is to finish dieting before you do the show.
Yeah.
So that you've got a few days or however long you need to fill out, rest up the body.
Yeah. Okay.
Relax, get fresh, and then go into it.
Cool.
So, for me, if I've got a show in 8 weeks, essentially only means 7 weeks dieting, which isn't long. Which means we have to take it off quick, the body fat, so that I've got that week buffer to like fill up and kind of make sure that I'm fresh enough to jump on stage. Because if you eat little food with my amount of muscle, you can't fill up quickly.
No,
it takes me days of eating a lot of food for my muscle to get full because there's a lot of it. So you need to eat a lot of food.
Yeah. So what are your macros like at the minute then?
I can tell you.
Yeah.
My macros at the minute, I shall get them up on my plan. From Mr. Nate Styles. So I am on training day on way more than I thought. Me moaning that I was hungry yesterday. Right. I bullshitted at the start. That's not what calories I'm on at all. I'm on just under, 3,590 on a training day. 285 grams of protein, 509 grams of carbs, 46 fats. And then on a non-training day, I'm on 3,353 calories, 278 grams of protein, 396 grams of carbs, and 73 fats. And I'm doing 30 minutes of cardio per day, fasted in the morning, 10,000 steps a day, training 5 times a week. That is the current setup of things. We have also just put in on Monday 20 milligrams of Clen, 10 milligrams of yohimbine, and I use, which I'll show you in a minute, Conte's pre-shred, which is fucking insane. If anyone's ever used Conte's pre-shred, the sweats you get off that, I'm like flying upstairs in the morning. I'm that stimmed out of my mind, it's crazy. But it's good, it'll get the job done, and it should start to see us seeing changes quickly as well.
Would you say that gear usage has to be specific to the athlete then?
Oh yeah, for sure, because that's one of the immediate ways of getting any kind of side effects. You shouldn't see any side effects from taking anything. There should be no side effects. And if you take something that gives you side effects, you shouldn't be taking it. But what people do is, they take it, and they experience the side effects, and they just put up with it because they want to build muscle. So they get angry, and they get spotted, they get all these problems. They're just taking way too much of what they don't know what they're taking, and not dealing with the side effects. Whereas when you're a bodybuilder and you use these things, everything is thought out, everything is a process, everything is calculated, everything is checked and assessed, and we actually understand what we're putting in our bodies as opposed to not doing it.
Not doing it.
Young lads shouldn't anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, unless anyone is going to be doing competitive bodybuilding, I personally don't feel the need to ever touch anything like that. Unless you're going to do it to a high standard as well. So like, I competed for 4 or 5 years naturally, first to see if I liked the sport, to see if I could see myself going further in it, to see how good I was at it, to see if I had any potential in it, and then made the right steps, got my bloods taken, checked things, got set up with a proper coach who knew how to do things properly, and went from there and sought the right guidance. Whereas if you're not going to go down that route, I wouldn't bother at all.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because you can get in absolutely mint shape without taking anything at all. So why would you want to sacrifice and risk anything? Because even if you do take it for shows and stuff like that, there's still comes with a risk. For this, again, we'll do a full day of eating and we'll include this on it, but we'll just do 35 gram of carbs, and then I'll show you what else in it. So 35 gram of carbs, basically just so that constantly as we're training, we're fueling the muscle with glycogen. Obviously, as glycogen stores deplete, we're able to slightly top them up as we go, so it's a good idea, especially if you're training intense and with quite a lot of exercise as well, with quite a lot of volume, especially like me. Carbs in your training is a need. So we do 35 grams of carbs, put 36 in. Bulk. Then we will do 20 grams of essential gains. Link for this is in the bio. All Conte products, just talking about the pre-shred. Take this before cardio. Absolutely fucking nuts. If you boys ever want anything absolutely mental for a night out, I'll just give you 3 of these. You'll have a fucking mad one. Yeah. So this EAA's best EAA you can get on the market. This is the best flavour, berry flavour. The good thing about this is it also has included hydration formula, so you're going to supply yourself with a load of electrolytes. For some reason, I lost the scoop. 20 grams, EAAs. And then we do 10 grams of glutamine, 10 grams of creatine. So, easy stuff. And normally I would do a scoop of HydroFlow, which is their hydration formula, so that my muscles can stay adequately hydrated throughout. However, it's ran out, so I'm waiting for a re-up. 10 grams. I'm pretty anal with all my weights and everything. Like, the carbs just went 1 gram over, that's gonna bug me later. We sat there thinking about that, I've cheated on my diet, I've been 1 gram over. There you go, 10 grams creatine. So that is the intra, and then pre, get in there. Pre will do the best combo on the market. You cannot get, if you're looking for something to amp up your workouts, a better combination than this. This will blow your mind. We're going to do both today, the double. Conviction. Anyone that knows about this, don't they? Anyone in the industry. Silly. Does exactly what it says on the tub. Basically, if you're wanting a session where you're going to be able to run through walls, this is what you want. Big lifts coming today. And then the best product, my favourite product, Mega Pump. The best pump products on the market. You're going to see, because we're going to do some post-workout footage, so this is going to make me look like twice as big, hopefully. Pre-workout stack, I haven't got a drink for them, so we'll just dry scoop them on the way. That's got carbs in it, that's got creatine, EAAs, everything that I could require while I'm training, so that I'm not, my body's not getting depleted, nothing like that. So
you just basically send them all, mate, can you send me this and just keep it?
So I say what I need in the month. I use them all, I need them all, they're all incredible for training. So literally, like, give them a list of the products that I'll be using within that month. Yeah. And then they'll supply them. So yeah, just got a little floater in it though. I'm mixed up. That's gonna be fucking gross. I'm gonna have to chomp on that halfway through my session. Disgusting. I'm gonna eat it. Right, let's go. Training is on. Big back session. We're gonna do 1 scoop of Mega Pump, LW10 discount. 1 scoop of Mega Pump, 1 scoop of Conviction. Don't take a full scoop of Conviction if you've not taken it for the first time. Take half a scoop. It's not worth it. When are you training?
Like at the gym with you, mate.
Do you want some pre?
I try to stay stay away from it, to be honest.
Good idea. Don't have this then. If you stay away from pre, don't drink this one. Don't drink this one. So we're at the gym, training a back and delt session today with Kenny. Kenny is how many weeks out are you now?
15 from the Two Bros MK Classic.
Yeah. So Kenny's coached by Cuba. So we thought, you know, we've been training together for a while now, like a couple of months before this. And the sessions you'll see in today, they've been like the best training that we've had at all, like a long span of it. We've not had a single bad session at all. So we just decided we were both in prep at the same time. We'd just join them together and make sure that we could push each other. So it's going to be a fucking mad 8 weeks. Kenny's going to be here for the whole time.
Yep.
We're going to push each other through it. He's going to help me out, making sure that I'm bringing it in every session and making sure that I am not taking my foot off the gas.
Keep an eye on him, make sure he's nailing the details, getting it done.
Vice versa. We'll hopefully be able to get some bits of Kenny as well as we go through this and show you how he's getting on throughout and just keep you posted on his progress as well, because it's nice to see how everyone's getting on. So we're going to go in here. This is where we train Metro. Sick gym. Absolutely unbelievable equipment in here. So we're going to go in here, we're going to hit a session, we're going to take you along with it, and we'll stop and give you some little tips and tricks along the way. Welcome to the gym. This is where we're training today. So today we have got back and shoulders. Yeah, we have. It's Friday, which means we are starting, I believe, Kenny will know this for sure, but I believe it means we're starting on a pullover. So we'll take you into this. We'll usually just start on something light. We'll do 2 or 3 warm-ups and just slowly build into it. So the first couple of sets aren't anything taxing. We'll stay real shy away from failure. Won't go anywhere near that. And then we'll just build up to whatever we need for the first working set weight. So just kind of testing things as we go up, getting warm, and then we'll build into it. So you'll see as we go through, the sets get harder. And then we'll probably do 1 more warm-up and get into the working sets. Let's go then, right in here, not too high, drive it in, a little bit less on the height, come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, there, that's it, good, keep that, up, there, drive, yes, stay in there now. Yep. Take that pause. Yep.
2 sets at 4 and then a set at 3 and a 10.
Yeah, so perfect. So the reason why we like using this specific row, because it's quite small, compact. What that means is that we can get our body quite over the top of it. We can kind of manipulate the angle of the handle by the position in our body. So for us, what you'll see with Kenny is he's coming over the top and he's slightly leaning into it. Well, that means that he's able to keep a straight pattern of movement basically with his elbow and drive it directly down into his hip to work the lat. So he's not having to move or change, it's just a position thereby he can drive his elbow down. Again, perfectly working the lat. So for me, with absolutely shit lats, this is a shit hot exercise to do really. You can manipulate it in any way, it's fucking mint.
Right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Right, wrap the lat. That's it. Wrap it. Beautiful. Right through here. Good. Yes.
That's yours. Oh, one more.
What, mate?
Puss it out. Puss it out.
Spot was too weak.
Blaming me. So we try and pull from different planes of movement to target different areas of the back. So what you'll notice is the first one was a pull over, where we perform the lat from this range of movement, overhead and down. This one is a pull across, and then what you'll see in a minute, we're about to do an underhand pull. So we're hitting the back from this angle, this angle, this angle. What that's going to do is create a complete back. Especially you want to target in all the different areas of the back. There's different components and different muscles that make it up. If you basically want a full back, hit it from different angles. Don't just do your normal row, lat pull down. That one hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. Woo! That's the last set done on back. We're going to hit a couple of sets on rear delts, and then going to move on to delts. And once we finish all that, I'm going to show you some posing. So if you want a really good, easy tip for growing big, thick, wide delts, stop focusing so much on your pressing, start focusing more on lateral movements. The reason why you might see me or him put a hand here, we see a lot of people doing when they're doing delts, it gets hard, they'll swing and pull back. My hand's here, Kenny can't do that, it's keeping him forward, so therefore he can keep in this movement and keep it targeted on the lateral head. So we're going to show you what we look like post-workout with a pump. Some poses. So yeah, that's how we're looking. Anyway, it's my turn done. My training's done. We're gonna have a look at the couple of boys now and see how they're looking. I'll whip my kit on and get their kit off and look at them. Ooh. Get your finger in that. Yes. Yeah, we're good. How do you feel? Good. Yeah? Food going in alright? Yeah. Full. You should be. The idea today is fill the fucking tank so tomorrow we can pull back on carbs and then dry out. So tomorrow will be pretty much baseline carbs and water will be a bit higher to flush everything out and you wake up dry as shit Sundays. So this is perfect. You should have looked the biggest you have today, which is great. Yeah. Shoulders are massive. So tomorrow you're going to wake up dry. Tonight, bear in mind, you're going to look a bit shit. Yeah. You're meant to. Because you can't put loads of carbs in and not have water. But we deal with that tomorrow. So that's the whole point, yeah? Keep your head on, we're on the money. This is as big as... You won't be like eating tons and tons tomorrow and Sunday now. You've already done the filling out. So it'll just be a case of baseline, all that water will drop off, yeah, be good to go.
sick, man.
Doing Ryan's in junior bodybuilding. He's only 20, Ryan that you just saw. 20 years old.
He's 20.
Ryan's 20. Looks like that at 20. Joe's in classic, so we're gonna have a look at him. Peak max, and then we'll just put in about 1.5 litres on show day and just carry it through. There won't be too much, it'll be like 500 mil meal one. Similar-ish, we'll look at him and see what it looks like. So I'll look at you in the morning and tell you like how much to have with each meal. I just add it like across the day, so I'll tell you sip on water all day and then have 500 mil here or this here or keep it in. But it won't be guzzling anything on the day, it'll just be the amounts I tell you to keep that up too tight. Because you won't have that issue. No. Both happy? Session 1, episode 1 of the series, the prep series. We're still yet to actually think of the name. We're going to think of that at some point before we actually upload this. But took you through a little bit of a session there, had a look at some of the clients and some of the boys that are competing, talked you through a little bit about what they're going to be doing over the next couple of months. Hopefully you can get a bit of a grasp from this video what we're actually going to be doing. Obviously got the boys with me, they're going to be creating everything that we need. Keep an eye out on the Instagram as well. Links for the boys, for my Instagram, are all in the description if you want to check all that out. And just make sure that you follow along with the journey. This is going to be one hell of a ride. We are going to absolutely bring this. So make sure you are subscribing to the channel, you're liking the videos, you're commenting on the videos, showing as much support as you can, guys, because it does help. And let's just take over. Let's just fucking go.